I'm very glad that I have this opportunity to be invited to come to the first medical missionary conference in Ontario Conference. It's my privilege and my honor to be here today with you. I'm very impressed by Pastor Maxis with your charge. It's so short and complete and full of power. The ideas of not just being a vegetarian. It is a mindset of how to bring sinful being back to the image of God. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and life. There's no other way. God, Jesus, is the only way that brings us to life. I remember it was 1989. I was 19 years old. As a young man, I do not know what to do in life. I was very lost. I wasn't do well in my study. By the way, I have 8 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm the youngest, 11. Those days I was very lost. I have no brother to guide me. My sisters, even though I have many of them, they are too big. They are too far away from me. Yeah, my eldest brother, that can be my father. Yeah, their children is older than me. When I was born an uncle. My sister and my sister-in-law all go to the hospital to give birth together with my mother. So when I was born an uncle. I go to school together with my nephews. So my parents, when he died, they had more than 70 children and grandchildren. Sometimes my father look at me, he might get confused. Sometimes, are you son or your grandson? So it was a big family. I don't know what to do with life. But one thing I'm thankful, I have Jesus I pray to all the time. It was in 1989. I do not know what to do after my O-level, my study. My result wasn't good enough to go to any college. I wasn't a good student. But I prayed to God. So the only thing I liked to do was music. I play guitar. So I learned guitar. Yeah? But that was not the things I want to do with my life. So I was praying to God. It was in 1989. There was a young man came back from America in our church. And he told me, David, I'm going to start medical missionary work. 1989. I said, what is that? He said, do you want to help me? I said, I'm very slow in learning. He said, doesn't matter. Whatever I tell you, you do. I said, okay, at least I know what to do that. So, 1989, I was 19 years old. We rented a house. It was only 4 bedrooms in a residential area. Started very simple. He looked very poor. So I said, brother, how do we start this? It was an empty house. So I said, let's pray. I said, okay, let's pray. After pray, he said, let's ask the church member, see what they can give to us. So we go to church member. I said, Sister Tan, we're going to start medical missionary work. I don't know what work is this. But we need a lot of things. So people start giving us a table. Some give us a chair. Some give us a pillow. You know, I remember we have a table with different kind of chairs. When we eat, we have different kind of utensil. Every room has different pillow and different mattresses. Yeah, because it's all given second-hand use. But God was good. Within a month, this home have everything we needed. It's all second-hand, all used. So I look at my friend. I say, friend, who will come to our second-hand health center? This is a home center, you know. He looked at me. How about your mother? I said, my mother? My mother was 65 years old, okay? When my mother gave birth to me, she was 45 years old. I was the last child. I was born 10 pounds. Big size, yeah? Because my mother have diabetic. She don't know that. So I was born very, very prone to having type 1 diabetic. So my mother, 65 years old at that time, she had high blood pressure, she had diabetic, she had heart disease, she had arthritis, she was overweight, and she every week had migraine headache. I remember when I was very small, I always see her taking medication non-stop. To me, medicine, you only take for a while, When you have fever, you take some medicine, then you stop. I don't understand. So I asked my mother, I said, Ma, how long do you have to take this medicine? Every day you're taking medicine. She told me, the doctor say I have to eat until I die. I said, what? You have to eat until you die? I said, what medicine is this? So I look at my friend and say, okay, I call my mother, you call your mother. So this center started with 2 sons and 2 mothers. I don't know what I get into. Okay? I went into, he said, 30 days. Wow, that's a long time. 30 days. So I go in 30 days. By the way, how many of you enjoy food? Chinese, I think every race enjoy food. Okay? When I go there, I said, this is called food? Teaching me how to use the simplest way, preparing food, yeah? I went through a great struggle. I enjoyed so much food. I remember after 1 week, the name from the Bible, the Israelite remember the flesh pot of Egypt. Wow, there's almost like so many demons try to leave me, All the cravings of my mind, It was truly a hard time for me to adjust to this food. But thank God, I went through the struggle. 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed, 30 days passed. I realized after 20 days, my salivary glands, my taste bud start to change. I start to taste cucumber have taste. And tomato is not too bad. Everything start to taste better. I said, wow. But most importantly, after 30 days, my mother lost 15 kilo. Do you use kilo or pounds here? Almost 30 pounds. 15 kilo. I look at my mother. She not only lost 15 kilo, her high blood pressure, gone. No more needed medicine. Diabetic, gone. Heart disease, no more problem. Her arthritis, well. And she looked more beautiful than before. I look at my mother, no more migraine headache. I said, Mother, you look more beautiful than before. She was like transformed, 65 years old. I said, wow. I say a whole world of medicine cannot cure you. Just live such a simple life, you get well. I say, I hope this is not a miracle. A miracle only happens once in a long time, So I say, I hope this is not a miracle. It can happen all the time. So, I got so excited. I said, man, it is very exciting. Yeah, I was 19 years old. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm nothing. But just cooking for my mother. Bring her for exercise. Sing song for her every day. Yeah, do some massage for her. Very simple thing. She got transformed. My mother got well. His mother got well. So I followed my friends. After a few months, everyone, 1 or 2 guests, this is just a home, 1 or 2 guests has come and stay with us. They all got well. They're better. So I was getting so excited. I said, God, I want to commit my life, whole life in doing this medical missionary work. But give me one more sign. Yeah. I realized there was an old man in the residential area. Every time when I go for my jogging, I look at him. I think he has a stroke or Parkinson. I don't understand this, okay? So I saw him walking slowly, very, very slow. He can walk from here maybe to the table, and he had to stop and rest for some time. And every time when I pass by, I try to smile at him, He'll turn and look at me, never smile. So I say, God, I only know a little bit of things. I say, give me a sign. I will go and help this poor man. And if you can help me to bless this man, I will give all my life into this work. So one Sunday morning, I kind of know where he stayed. I went into the house. I knock at the door. They don't know me. We are strangers, okay? I knock at the door. I say, hello, my name is David. I stay up there. We do some health work. And I know somebody is sick here. Can I come and help you? He said, okay, sure, come. So I saw him. Oh, he told me I have 6 years of stroke. And I sell all I have to recover. Never get better. Cannot bathe himself. The wife had to bathe him. And the wife get poor, very poor. So every morning the wife have to cook some food and pack them and with bicycle go to school to sell some food, And maybe 3 times a week, the wife will bathe him, cook for him. He's very sad. I look at him. Oh, he told me I have got stomach pain, stomach discomfort. Every time when I eat something, I feel vomiting. Wow, he tell me all his problem. After I hear everything, I almost like, Lord, what can I do for this man? So, okay. I say, I'll go back. I didn't say I go and pray because he's a Buddhist, So I said, I will go back and think about this, okay? So I went back, I pray, I asked my friend, what do I do? So he said, do whatever, what we do here. It's okay. So that night, I went to his house. I bring him activated charcoal water because his stomach is not well. But 30 over years ago, charcoal is unheard of. Okay? You give people charcoal water, you tell them it's charcoal water, they think you kill them. So I bring this charcoal water. I told him, I said, Mr. Lim, I say, you drink this water. Of course, he looked at me. He said, what is this black water? I say, it's good for you. You just drink them. It's okay. So he drank the water. I said, tomorrow morning I'll come and help you. So early morning I came. Nobody at home. Only him in the room. I went into the room. I looked at him. He smiled at me. I said, Mr. Lim, when was the last smile you have? What happened? He said, since last night you gave me the black water. I slept the whole night. I feel so comfortable on my stomach. Whoa, I said, just a charcoal water, you feel good? I got so excited. So I say, but I look at him, he was so smelly. I said, Mr. Lim, when was the last time you take a bath? He said, maybe a few days ago. I was thinking, I never cleaned a man before. I only washed dog before. I never washed a human. He says, come, let me bathe you. So first time in my life, I bring him to the bathroom. Malaysia, this kind of cheap house, the bathroom is maybe 30% of your bathroom, Very small size. Yeah? So I clean him like a dog. Wash him. Yeah? After I finish cleaning him, I look at his mustache. It's like bushes. He said, I'm young. Huh? I never experienced mustache before. I was still very young, Now only very little. Chinese don't have much. Yeah? So I tried to trim for him. After trimming, he opened his mouth. I said, the teeth is so dark. So I use a brush and start brushing his teeth. Then I look at his fingernail. It's so long. So I clean him up. Wow, man, I never taken care of human like this in my life, man. So I clean him up. I bring him up for exercise, walk with him, massage him, cook for him, teach him how to eat. Man, I do whatever I know. Just to be with him, tell him about God, pray with him. Yeah? You know what happened? I think this is the first time he was showered with so much love. I walked with him. After 2 weeks, he can walk 1 kilometer with me. After 2 months, he can climb a hill with a stick with me. And he can take care of himself, cleaning himself, bathing himself, cook himself after maybe around 6 months. And of course, he didn't come back exactly normal, but he's enough to take care of himself. I said, God, this is so wonderful. I was so happy, So after 1 year, the Lord gave me an opportunity. I went to America to study in 1991. Have you heard about Heartland College in Virginia, near Washington, D.C.? It's a missionary college. They can give a student like me. Those days I can't speak English. I hope now you understand what I'm speaking. Okay? I went there, don't know how to speak English. I went there and started learning. I told God, I must know more about medical missionary work. I cannot just do blindly, just drink the charcoal. Don't know how to explain, just do this, Don't understand, So I said, I must understand behind everything. So thank God, there's a college can take me. 4 years, I was in this college. After studying, it's a long story. I only given 45 minutes to tell you how I set up health center. So after 4 years of study, I kind of know what I'm doing. And in 1995, I graduated. I said, Lord, so where do I go? I pray to God, And all my friends, they stay in America. Yeah, we have a lot of Eastern Europe students who were sponsored to come to study. They're supposed to go back. None of them go back. They all stay in America. I said, God, can I stay here? God said, no. I said, okay, I'll go back to Malaysia. No. I said, where do you want me to go? God said, go to China. China. How many of you have been to China? It's too far. You're not there. China is very advanced now. In 1992-93, when I was there as a missionary, a month or two, I tell you, China is very backward, okay? I said, go to China. When I went to China in 1993, I remember I was walking the road of Shanghai. So many people. There are not many cars. All bicycle. Everyone ride bicycle. And I was living with a pastor. His name is Pastor David Lin. He just came out from jail because of his faith. 24 years. Okay? Pastor David Lin. He just came out from jail about 2 years. I stayed with him in Shanghai, in this apartment. The apartment may be about 600 square feet. No toilet, no bathroom. I said, what? So what do you do? Everyone have a potty. Potty? And they poo and they pee there. And every morning, they will all bring the potty to this public toilet. Okay? You see, I'm Chinese, but I'm not from China. I'm from Malaysia. Okay? I don't practice like this. Yeah? So, we go to this public toilet. Oh, I tell you, the public toilet is bigger than this hall. Okay? It's publicly used by few apartments. Okay? Few blocks of apartments. I went in. When you go into this public toilet, it is like this. No wall. It's only 4 walls. And you will see every 4 feet, there's a drain. Drain, drain? And you see people squatting down row by row. Have you seen few hundred people poo at one time? In the middle, the people standing there waiting for you. This is communist. I tell you, if you're not trained, you can squat there for hours, nothing can come out from you. But if I'm missionary, I'm there just for 1 month, it's okay. I've expired time, But now, God, I'm going for a job. God said, go to China. I said, no. China is too hard for me. I will go there for 1 month. I said, how long? 1 year? No answer. 2 years, no reply from God. Whole life, no answer. Just go. Man. God say, my way is not your way. My thought is not your thought. As heaven is higher than the earth, so is my way higher than your way. So will I follow God? I thank God I struggled for 3 months. I said, God, anywhere else, not China. You know, I can't describe to you how bad China was then. I said, God, no China. After 3 months, I say, Lord, if I don't go, what will happen to me? I dare not make my own choice. So one day, I was at the wellness center. It was a break. There was Dr. Butler was there. We were doing some gardening. And this Dr. Butler was 75 years old. He just came back from Africa. He gave all his life. After Loma Linda, he went to Africa all his life. 75 years old. I look at him. I said, man, this man came back. Poor doctor. All his friends that stay in America, they have aeroplane as their toy. Not the children aeroplane, no, the real. This doctor, he came back. He have a car, he had a simple house, but he don't have riches like them, right? So I say, when he was young like me, he might think that Jesus will come at his time. And he gave his life to God. And now he's back, a poor doctor. Have you ever regret? Now he's dead. He's in the grave now. So I asked Dr. Butler. I said, Dr. Butler, can I ask you one question? He said, yes. See, when you were young like me, you decided to go to mission field. And you gave all your life to Africa. Now you're back, poor man, not like as your friend. Have you ever regret? He looked at me. Well, I say, man. He said something I never forgot. He said the Advent movement, Sister White say, began with sacrifice. And it will only take greater sacrifice to end the movement. There's no regret. Boy, I say, man, I say, who am I? You're a doctor, you have no regret. I should not have any regret, right? So I went back to my room, I prayed to God. I said, God, I will go. But I'm not happy. I will go. I forced myself to go. I hope it's not forever. No, I have 3 children. I tell my children, sometimes I ask them to do something, they are not happy. I say, happy, not happy, just do it. So I went to China, very deep in China, to help 2 doctors from Loma Linda. They do New Start program, to help people. So I went there as a translator and teach some classes and do treatments and things like that. And we have a lot of church members from different churches came to our program. And they stay with us not 10 days. They were there for at least 1 month to 3 months because they need to learn to go back to teach their own church member. All right? So we are deep in from Beijing. We need to take 3 hours train inland. No people, man. It's all mountains. This is one sanitarium there, rented from the government. So we were there. I remember every day I will wake up. Our pastor Maxi say, wake up with a book, sleep with a book. I will sleep with saying, God, how long? I'll open my eye, I say, when can I go home? Every day, I say, God, how long? I know men cannot cry, but I was crying inside my heart. I said, Lord, when? 1 week passed, 1 month passed, 6 months passed. Slowly, I forgot to ask God. I slowly got used to China toilet, China bath. China public bath. You only can get a bath 3 times a week. Everyone bathe together nakedly. If you know how, you must try it. Amen. I got used to bicycle. Oh man, I got used to everything. After 1 year passed, I say, not too bad. I can live in China all my life. I was 26 years old. I said, God, you want me to stay in China all my life? Okay. I'll be here all my life. I was ready. But I'm getting lonely. So I start to pray for China wife. I said, God, I need a wife. It is you that say it's not good for men to be alone. I need a wife. So I prayed for China wife. My eye was open wide looking for China wife. As I was praying, God said, go home. It's not that China wife not good because God do not want me to settle in China. If I know that, I will ask the first day. So God sent somebody to talk to me after 1 year. And this was a pastor from northeast of China, right? Bible worker. Oh, she told me, Dave, now we know better. Before we come to this center, in our church, whenever people sick, we only pray. Nothing else we can do. Now I can tell them to change their lifestyle. Now I can tell them their responsibility, how to live a healthy lifestyle. Not just pray. Yeah? Pray without work is dead. So now I know so much. This is so good. Then he asked me a profound question. He said, David, how many health centers you have in Malaysia? I said, how many? We don't even have one. She was so shocked. Oh, today China have hundreds. Okay? He said, not even one. I said, no. He said, how come? I said, I don't know. Then they think for a while. He said, then why are you here in China for? Go home. Do something for God. Oh. I say, everyone here want me to stay here. You ask me to go home? I said, maybe God sent you to talk to me. So I went back to my room. I kneel down and start praying to God. I said, God, it's the time to go home. Then the first Bible verse come to my mind. The Bible say, the prophet is not welcome in his own hometown. I say, in China, though they pay me $30, not an hour, a month. I'm a poor missionary. But I'm a missionary, a foreigner. Whatever I say, they listen to me. Nobody doubt what I say even is wrong, you know. He said, if I go back home, they will say this is a son of Joseph. They know me. They know my background. They will not believe me. This is very funny. Whenever God asks you to go, you say you don't want to go. Yeah? But anyway, I said, God, if you want me to go back, you at least got to give me 3 things. First, you might give me a wife. Yeah? Dr. Weeby, we're working together. He always tell me, David, don't worry. There are millions of women. There are millions of women out there. You only need one. What do you have to worry? I say that one has to not ask any earthly thing from me. I'm a poor man. She must sacrifice with me. She must work with me. She need to do everything with me. My helpmate, not my ornament. So I say that one is so hard to find. So I say, God, you must give me a wife to make me stable. Then second, you must give me a team of workers. This is not one-man show. You need a whole team, you know. I mean, you can do a home center, that's easy. But the Lord wants me to start a wellness center. You need a team. I said, third, you must give me money. No money, how to do? I said, these 3 things you must give me. So after 1 year, I went back to Malaysia. I started to try to find a wife first. Thank God I found a woman that I fell in love when I was 14, 15 years old. It was in the church, and she was still single, and she had graduated back from Australia as a registered nurse, working in Penang Adventist Hospital. So she was ready to join me. It's amazing how God kept her for me for so many years. Yeah. My wife, So she was willing to sacrifice everything with me. So I said, okay, now I need to find a team. Where? I go around the hospital. There are many doctors around. I start talking to one by one, doctor that I know, I start telling them the vision of starting a lifestyle wellness center and a training center. I tell you, have a wellness center without a training center, you cannot succeed. You must have a training, your workers training program to train for your own workers, So I said, we will start a training program and a wellness center. I start telling doctors after doctors, telling them. Every doctor I talk to, they say, very good. But nobody say they will join me. We know there's a lot of things very good, but not me, somebody else. Because it takes sacrifice. So I said, God, nobody want to join me. They say I'm a son of Joseph. So I tell everybody, nobody interested. And finally, God impressed me to talk to the last doctor. This doctor, it was the last doctor I talked to because he was so sick. He was only 37 years old, but he was struck by autoimmune disease called the rheumatoid arthritis. He was on wheelchair for 3 months. The immune system attacked the joint. It get very painful, and it depends on steroid. When I meet him, he was having fever every month, taking steroid. His arm was swollen, still working as a doctor. I said, God, he can't even take care of himself. How can you help me? But I tell you, I will now realize crisis in life is very good for you. Without crisis, we think we are God, man. You understand what I'm trying to say? Life too comfortable, it's hard for God to touch us. So I talked to Dr. Lee. I said, Dr. Lee, how about this vision? Everything. He said, this is a good idea. How about coming to my house to talk to my wife? I said, okay. So I talked to the wife, who was also a nurse. They were impressed. They said, Dave, if you find the money to build the center, we'll come and join you. I said, but Dr. Lee, I might find the money to build the center, but I no money to pay you. Yeah? Okay. He said, 2 years without salary is okay. As long as we have food to eat and a place to stay. I said, okay. 2 years. So now I have his Dr. Lee and his wife. The wife is a nurse too. So I now have 2 nurses, 1 doctor and myself. Within a week, the Lord gave me the people. So now I need money. We started small. We only used 1 acre of land. We bought a piece of 1 acre of land. Just now you saw the video. In the beginning, it's very simple. A simple beginning. 1 acre of land, but I need money to build a home center. I built a home center. Okay, can take about 10 healthcares. In 1997, 98, I figure out I need about 500,000 ringgit, 500,000. That's a lot of money for me. It's like almost 500,000 Canadian money, It's 1-to-1, Our salary is only 2,000, 3,000 a month. 500,000 I have to raise. I say, God, this is a lot of money, Wait, I passed my time, right? Did I pass my time? No, I still have time. Okay. So, I start to look for money. I talked to some people in Singapore. Singapore has the most money. Malaysia is very poor, Singapore have some good Adventists there. So I go and talk to them. They say, David, you're so young. Who's going to give you money? I was 26 years old. You're so young. Who's going to give you money? I said, I don't know. So one of the chartered accountant, he's a financial controller for the GlaxoSmith company. He said, okay, let's set up an Anon association. Okay, an association where all the money will come here and we'll make sure the money go to the right place to do the right thing. I said, okay. So my job is to raise the money and come into the association. I said, okay. So $500,000. I said, Lord, how long do I need to take? So I start going one by one, asking for money. Wow, this is a tough job. You've got to humble yourself a lot, to ask for money. Yeah? Asking money is a terrible thing, I tell you. So I go one by one asking for money, telling them the project. Amazingly, the first person I talked to, I thought, by the way, from the experience I fundraise, I realized rich people, they never give. They ask a lot of questions, they never give. Only people like simple and people that is good, just normal. These people give, surprise you. So the first person I talked to, she looked poor and simple, I talked to her about the plan, what we want to do. She pledged 20,000. Whoa! In my heart, I was saying so much. The second person I talked to, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Whoa! I said, why they give so much? So I was going around. After 3 weeks, I left 160,000. So my friend, he said, come to my house tonight. I invite my friend, talk to him and see whether he'll give you. I said, okay. So after dinner, I explained to him. He said, this is a good project. How much you left? I said, 160,000. He said, okay, I top up the rest. So 3 weeks, I got 500,000. I was walking out from the house, from my friend's house in Singapore, holding the file of my, promote file and the pledges. I was walking in the streets of Singapore, looking up to heaven. I said, God, in 1 week, you give me people. In less than 1 month, you give me the money. And you gave me a wife. So fast. I said, you must be very desperate. It is your will to do this, not me. Yeah. Moses thought he wanted to bring God's people out of Egypt. It was not him. It's God's. It is. I thought I'm the one that want to start wellness center. No. It is God. Anyone could have done it. The only thing is I'm willing. Nothing else. Of course, I was prepared. I was equipped. Yeah? So, I called Dr. Lee the next day. I said, Doc, we found all the money. So fast? I said, yeah. They pray, for a doctor and a nurse to root out from the hospital and join me without salary. It's a lot of faith. So they pray, God, to show them a sign. They pray to God, if you want us to come out to help David, please help him to raise the money in 3 months. God say 1 month is good enough. I say, thank God you pray this prayer. If not, it took me 3 years. So, when he saw the sign, they were convinced. They resigned from the hospital. And when he resigned, all his friends start to look for me. Not to join me, but to discourage me. They say, David, how can you do this to Dr. Lee? I said, what happened? He is sick. You have no salary, no medical insurance, no home. He have a son, 4 years old. What will happen to his education? What will happen to Dr. Lee's medical fees? What will happen to his... Wow, when you talk, man, I say, I got a big headache, man. Yeah? So I go and talk to Dr. Lee. I say, Doc, all your friends worry for you. They think I'm too cruel to bring you out. They say if Dr. Lee stay in the hospital, he have medical insurance, the hospital will take care of him. All the things. He got salary, he got everything. Now he come to you, got nothing. So I said, Dr. Lee, you still want to come? He said, yes. God has shown me enough. I said, okay. We'll begin the journey of faith. You know what's faith? Faith is when all circumstances go against you. And you still go. Like Abraham said, he know not where he was going. I thank God he never showed me every detail in front of me. If God showed me all the detail, I would never walk in. God showed me enough to move. If you want to wait for everything to get ready, then you do something, you will never do anything. So I said, Dr. Lee, you're a doctor, but you don't know what is lifestyle. Serious. In Malaysia, I don't know about Canada. In Malaysia, maybe now it's a bit better. But those days, the doctor don't know nutrition. The doctor don't know a lifestyle. You've got cancer. You know what they say? You can eat anything you want. And you'll be okay. Nothing to do with food. Do you think they have a problem? I said, Dr. Lee, you don't know anything about lifestyle. I said, you have to go and learn. He said, okay. So I called the college I came from. I say, hey, we're going to start a wellness center, but we have no money. My doctor is sick. Can I send it to you? And he had to learn. So Dr. Butler said, come. So they flew. Dr. Lee and his wife and his son, Vernon, 3-4 years old at that time. They all went. So they stayed 6 months in America, going from wellness center to lifestyle center to another place. Go to Heartland, go to Yuchi, go to Wildwood, go to Wima, go to different similar lifestyle center to learn. The first stop was my center, was the college I came from, Heartland Wellness Center. And Dr. Butler taught him, at the same time treated him. 1 month, his rheumatoid arthritis was gone. And he served God since then to now. Don't you think this medical insurance is heaven? Medical insurance is better than earthly? I'm not saying earthly is not important. I'm just saying, if you trust too much on earthly thing, you do nothing. Oh, the son that all the friends say, what will happen to his medication? You know, education is very expensive. He's 30 years old now. Dr. Lee and his wife homeschool until high school finish, go to college. Now he's finishing his ENT specialist in England. All education paid for by somebody else. Sometimes we worry too much. Yeah? We have to move by faith. Oh, Dr. Lee have a much quality life with his wife, his family. God is good. So while he was studying in the US, I was preparing the Lifestyle Center. In 1997, 98, we start to prepare. You know what? The money in the bank wasn't enough. 500,000 wasn't enough. But God have a plan. In 1997, I still remember I collected all the money. It was all in Singapore because 99% of the donor was from Singapore. So we had opened a bank account. We banked in all the money. I still remember I collected all the check from all the donors. I put into the bank. About 2 weeks later, you know what happened in 1997? Asia economic crisis came. Just about 2 weeks, I collected all the money. Everything was fine. As after 2 weeks, the whole economy collapsed. And the money changer, the exchange rate went crazy. Malaysia ringgit used to be US dollar and ringgit. It was $1 to 2 ringgit and 50 cents. Overnight, it went to 4 ringgit. Singapore dollar used to be $1 to ringgit 1.6, 1 to $1 and 60 cents. Overnight, it went to 2 ringgit and 65 cents. Do you know what does that mean? If I have 100,000 before the crash, I can only change to 160,000. But overnight, it went to 265,000. So the money just increase to the point of just enough for the whole project. God is so wonderful. So we built the whole center. In 1999, we were done. And Anan Lifestyle Center started simple, but yet full of excitement. We have done our first home center by faith. Tomorrow I'll share with you more about challenges and our, the evangelism work that we do. May God bless us as we move forward by faith, by His grace. Thank you.